Detroit sucks! Detroit sucks! Detroit sucks! And Hawks win! Hawks win 4-0! And a big shutout win in Detroit. Yes, your Chicago Blackhawks shut out the Red Wings in Detroit tonight to end the season series off in a high note against the Detroit Red Wings. For last game, it wasn't so good for your Chicago Blackhawks, but today, everything was working for them. Puck luck was on their side of the ice, and Subban had himself an amazing game in net for your Chicago Blackhawks. This game was a must for your Chicago Blackhawks. You do not want to lose 2 in a row in this point in the season if you're pushing for the playoffs. As just right now, as I'm recording this, the Carolina Hurricanes beat the Nashville Predators in regulation 3-1. So that is a key. The Hurricanes helped the Hawks, and the Hawks helped themselves in trying to push for the playoffs. Now we're 2 points out of a playoff spot, and our next opponent is Nashville. But this was a must-win by your Chicago Blackhawks. They decided to give Kevin Lankinen the night off. He wasn't even on the bench tonight. Colin Delia was the backup tonight. So the Hawks needed this win, and they got it. Malcolm Subban stood strong in points in tonight's game. Hawks PK showed up well tonight because they needed to. And the offense had some beautiful goals that happened for themselves. So let's look at the shots on net per period. In the first period, it was all Detroit pretty much. 5-10 in favor for the Detroit Red Wings. Second period, it was 8-10 in favor for the Red Wings in the second. And in the third period, it was all Chicago Blackhawks. 14-9 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks. Total shots on net, 27-29 in favor for Detroit. Remember how last game the Hawks sucked at the faceoff dot? Yeah, they didn't win at the dot that much, but they got to those 50-50 pucks when they needed to on the PK, and it helped them. They went 45% at the dot tonight to the Wings going basically 54%. Yeah, the Wings out did it again on the Hawks on the dot against the Hawks in the faceoff, but the Hawks managed to prevail. Power plays. Hawks went 0 for 2. Detroit went 0 for 6. They had a 5-on-3 power play and a 4-minute power play for their first power play, and they didn't do anything on it. So good job on the PK tonight by your Chicago Blackhawks. Same with Malcolm Subban on those PKs. He had a couple big saves. Hits 15-11 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks. Giveaways 4-14 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks. The Hawks are taking that puck away and taking charge. That's how they were winning this game. And it helped them. They get the victory 4-0 over Detroit. So let's look at the goals of the game, shall we? Because we put up 4 tonight, and, well, they were actually really nice goals. In the first period, there was only 1 goal scored, but it was very late in the period. The Hawks were basically caught on their heels the entire first period. They had a power play, couldn't score on it. That was very early in the period. And then they had a 4-minute minor that Duncan Keith had for high sticking. Killed it. Then the Wings had a couple other power plays, and they killed those. And they had the key PK work at point, because the Hawks just killed a penalty with a minute remaining in the first period, and at 19:39 in the first period, scored by number 88, Patrick Kane, his 15th of the season, assisted by number 28, Vinnie Hinostroza, to make it a 1-0 game for your Chicago Blackhawks. At 1939 in the first period, Kaner gets on the board with basically an empty net goal, and it was a beautiful pass by Vinnie Hinostroza. He takes the puck up the rush and goes up waiting for Kane, going on a backdoor pass, and feeds it to Kane, and Kane just shoots it in on an empty net. Bernier was on the opposite side of the goal. Kane has an easy goal and hits his 15th of the season. Hawks are up 1-0 over Detroit. We go to the second period. And, well, it was pretty much Detroit controlling the puck until this. At 12:40 in the second period. Scored by number 12, Alex DeBrincat. His 22nd of the season. Assisted by number 38, Brandon Hagel. And number 5, Connor Murphy, to make it a 2-0 lead for your Chicago Blackhawks. This goal, I have to give respect for Murphy because he took a blast from the point from Connor Murphy shooting the puck towards Hagel. Hagel getting hit in the gut, basically, and it goes off a rebound over to DeBrincat, and DeBrincat buries it. All the Hawks go to Hagel and check on him to see if he was okay. Hawks up 2-0. Then the momentum started to look like the Hawks started to play their game. They started moving the puck well, but Detroit had a couple plays where they had chances and they did not bury. So we go to the third period up by 2 goals. And in a minute and 16 seconds into the third period, scored by number 48, Wyatt Kalynuk, assisted by the former number 48 and current number 28, Vinnie Hinostroza, and number 88, Patrick Kane, to make it 3-0 Chicago Blackhawks. This goal was another beautiful setup by Vinnie Hinostroza. Kane feeds it up to Vinnie, and Vinnie just sauces the puck past Bernier, and it gets onto Kalynuk's stick, and Kalynuk has an open net. Hawks up 3-0. That was a key goal right there. Vinnie had some great plays today. He had opportunities, and he helped get these Hawks their goals. And, well, now the Hawks are up 3-0. Hawks go to a penalty where Ian Mitchell gets a kind of weak penalty, in my opinion. Refs called it weak, and I would say it was a weak one because he gets sent to the box, and the Hawks have to kill a penalty. But a minute into that power play, the Hawks have to kill a 5-on-3. As Alex DeBrincat, who was playing on the PK tonight and the last game, got caught for hooking, and the Hawks are now down by 2 men. And the Hawks need to kill. They need to play strong on the PK. Keep that PK number going well. And the Wings get the face-off, win it, moving the puck, having their chances, and Subban makes a beautiful save. Hawks kill the penalties, and then this happened. At 27 in the third period, scored by number 24, Pius Suter, his 12th of the season, and that was an empty netter from his own defensive zone. Pius Suter gets the empty netter to make it a 4-0 Hawks win over Detroit. Yes, Suter gets the puck, and he basically tries to throw it down the ice so he can get off for a change, but it goes in very slowly and into the net. Hawks win this thing 4-0 over Detroit, And it always feels so good to say, Detroit sucks! Oh my god, I am so happy the Hawks got this win because they needed it. This was a win that they should have, and they get it. They beat the Detroit Red Wings in their final meetup for the season, and it was a key. Now we have to get ready to play the Nashville Predators. So get ready for that. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action and what you thought on Vinnie Hinostroza and how well he played today. Because quite honestly, he was one of the better players today. And Malcolm Subban, he was outstanding in net for your Chicago Blackhawks after being on the bench for 10 straight games as the backup for Kevin Lankinen. Subban comes in and he has himself a shutout. That's great to see. So I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you, Carolina Hurricanes, for helping the Hawks out. And most of all, Detroit sucks! Detroit sucks! Detroit sucks!